Unveiling the subtle signs of covert narcissism. Think you can spot a narcissist from a mile away? Well, the covert ones might just surprise you. Stick around as we dive into the shadowy realm of discreet narcissism. Constant need for validation. Covert narcissists have a constant need for validation from others. They seek reassurance, admiration, and praise to maintain their fragile self-esteem. Their need for validation becomes a driving force in all of their interactions and relationships, as they rely on the people around them to support their inflated sense of self-worth. Highly sensitive to criticism. Another notable sign of covert narcissism is an intense emotional reaction to any form of criticism or negative feedback. Even constructive criticism that is well-intentioned can trigger a defensive response and feelings of deep insecurity in the narcissist. This sensitivity to criticism stems from their underlying fear of being exposed or deemed inadequate. They have a fragile sense of self-esteem, and as we discussed, they rely heavily on external validation to maintain this. As such, any perceived criticism is interpreted as a personal attack, leading to feelings of shame, humiliation, or anger. Their reaction is usually completely disproportionate to the actual feedback received. They are driven by a strong desire to maintain their illusion of perfection. This can often create challenges in their relationships, as honest communication and constructive feedback becomes very difficult. Passive-aggressive behaviour. Covert narcissists will often use subtle and indirect forms of aggression to express their frustrations and maintain control. This behaviour includes sabotaging others' work or relationships, mocking or belittling others, and giving the silent treatment. These passive-aggressive tactics enable them to avoid accountability and preserve their self-image as innocent individuals. However, this behaviour nearly always creates tension, confusion, and mistrust in relationships. Self-deprecating tendencies. Rather than boasting about their achievements or abilities, covert narcissists tend to put themselves down. But this behaviour does not come from genuine humility. Rather, it is another subtle way for them to seek validation and compliments from others. By downplaying their own worth, they hope to elicit reassurance and admiration from those around them. This clever tactic allows them to maintain a sense of superiority while also appearing modest and self-effacing. Shyness and withdrawal. Unlike their more obvious counterparts, covert narcissists tend to exhibit introverted behaviours. They may appear shy, reserved, or hesitant in social situations. This is because they harbour deep-seated insecurities and fears of being exposed or humiliated. Covert narcissists often avoid situations or relationships where they feel they may be vulnerable or face potential failure. Their withdrawal is a protective mechanism to shield themselves from the judgment or criticism of others. By maintaining a distance, they believe they can protect their fragile self-esteem and maintain a sense of control over their image. Grandiose fantasies. Covert narcissists indulge in elaborate daydreams and fantasies to escape their insecurities and construct a world where they are admired and superior. These fantasies serve as a coping mechanism, bolstering their ego and shielding them from real-life challenges or failures. Depression and anxiety. Frequent experiences of depression and anxiety are common among individuals with covert narcissism. They often struggle with deep-rooted feelings of insecurity, fear of failure, and unattainable perfectionist ideals. These internal pressures and self-imposed high standards can contribute to a constant state of anxiety and distress. The fear of not living up to their own expectations or being exposed as inadequate can be overwhelming for covert narcissists. They may constantly ruminate on their perceived shortcomings, leading to feelings of emptiness, sadness, and hopelessness. The fear of failure can create a constant sense of anxiety as they strive to maintain an image of perfection and avoid any situation that may threaten their self-esteem. These internal struggles experienced by covert narcissists can significantly impact their mental well-being. These frequent bouts of depression and anxiety can be debilitating and affect various aspects of their lives, including relationships, work, and overall quality of life. Holding grudges. One distinct trait of covert narcissism is the tendency to hold grudges for a significant amount of time. They have difficulty letting go of perceived slights or injustices they believe they have endured. Rather than addressing conflict or expressing their grievances openly, they choose to silently harbour their resentment and wait for an opportunity to seek revenge. This behaviour stems from the covert narcissist's delicate ego and their deep need to maintain a sense of superiority and control. Holding grudges allows them to assert power over others, as they believe they have the upper hand by holding on to past grievances. By maintaining this emotional leverage, they feel a sense of satisfaction and vindication. It is important to note that holding grudges can have toxic effects on relationships. The covert narcissist's refusal to let go of past conflicts or forgive can lead to a cycle of ongoing tension and resentment. It prevents the healthy resolution of issues and hinders the development of trust and emotional intimacy. Envy and bitterness. Deep down, covert narcissists feel entitled to what others have achieved or possess. They may not express it openly, but their envy can manifest in subtle ways. They harbour bitterness towards those who have succeeded or obtained things they desire, creating a sense of resentment. When trying to spot a covert narcissist, look out for jealous comments and an inability to celebrate other people's wins. Feelings of inadequacy. Despite their outward appearance of confidence, covert narcissists often struggle with feelings of shame, anger, or powerlessness when they can't meet their own impossibly high standards. They mask their insecurities by projecting an image of superiority while battling internal feelings of inadequacy. The gap between their idealized self-image and their perceived failures can lead to a constant sense of dissatisfaction and frustration. Fake empathy. Covert narcissists possess the ability to appear empathetic and compassionate, offering support and a listening ear. However, their empathy is merely a façade designed to serve their own self-interests. It lacks genuine emotional connection and sincere understanding. Their goal is to maintain their self-image as caring individuals, manipulating others through sympathy-seeking tactics. By playing the victim, they elicit pity and control, creating an obligation for others to cater to their needs. Recognizing fake empathy is essential. Trust your instincts, observe patterns of behaviour, and seek support from trusted individuals. Your emotional well-being is crucial, and setting boundaries is a must when dealing with covert narcissists. Manipulative behaviour. Covert narcissists use subtle tactics to manipulate and control others for their own benefit. They employ strategies such as gaslighting, guilt-tripping, and manipulation through emotions to gain power and maintain their superior position. Their manipulative behaviour is often masked by their seemingly modest and reserved demeanour, making it challenging for others to recognise their true intentions. By manipulating others, covert narcissists aim to maintain control, validation, and admiration. It is crucial to be aware of these manipulative behaviours and establish healthy boundaries. Lack of accountability. This sign of covert narcissism shows itself in the way they struggle to take responsibility for their actions and mistakes. They have difficulty acknowledging their faults or admitting when they are wrong. Instead, they may shift blame onto others, make excuses, or use manipulation tactics to avoid accountability. This behaviour allows them to protect their self-image and avoid feelings of vulnerability or inadequacy. The lack of accountability can have detrimental effects on relationships with covert narcissists. It creates a dynamic where the narcissist is unwilling to address or rectify their actions, leading to unresolved conflicts and a lack of growth. It can also foster a sense of frustration and powerlessness for those involved, as they may feel that their concerns and grievances are not being acknowledged or validated. Controlling and isolating tendencies. Covert narcissists often do their best to subtly control and isolate their partners or friends, driven by a need for dominance and a desire for power and control. They use controlling techniques such as limiting social interactions and imposing strict rules, while isolating techniques involve pushing others away and inducing guilt or inadequacy. Victims often feel suffocated and their needs are suppressed or dismissed. It's important to recognise these behaviours and seek support to protect yourself. Listen to your instincts and confide in trusted individuals to assert your autonomy and reclaim your independence. No one deserves to be controlled or isolated in any relationship. Decoding covert narcissism was just the start. Delve deeper into dark secrets narcissists hide, or witness the dramatic shift when you call out a narcissist. The revelations are far from over. If you enjoy our content, please click that like button and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking insights.